The Thanksgiving table was groaning under the weight of turkey, stuffing, and all the fixings. Laughter filled the air, the kind that only happens when family gets together. It felt normal, peaceful, even. But that peace was about to be shattered. My mom, beaming, clinked her glass for attention. Everyone quieted down, expecting a heartwarming toast. Instead, she looked at my sister, seated across from me, and said, "Honey, I have some wonderful news. The insurance payout came through. It's all yours." The clatter of forks stopped. My uncle choked on his wine. You could have heard a pin drop. The insurance money? What insurance money? I knew exactly what she was talking about. It was the policy from my dad, who had passed away 10 years ago. A policy meant for both of us. My sister's eyes widened, a flicker of panic mixed with triumph. My mom continued, her voice dripping with fox sympathy as she turned to me. "You're doing so well for yourself, sweetie. You don't really need it. Your sister, well, she could use the help." It was the oldest story in our family, replayed in 100 different ways. My sister, the one who always needed a little extra help, a little more attention. And me, the one who was expected to be fine, to understand, to give way. For years, I had swallowed the injustice, telling myself it wasn't worth the fight. But hearing her say it, so casually, so dismissively in front of everyone, something inside me snapped. All the years of being the responsible one, the one who didn't make waves, they just melted away. I looked at my mom, her smile so confident, so sure of her power. I looked at my sister, who wouldn't meet my gaze. I felt a strange calm settle over me. The anger was there, a hot coil in my stomach, but my voice, when it came out, was steady, quiet. I didn't shout, I didn't cry. I just looked my mother dead in the eye and asked one simple question. When were you planning on telling me about it? The silence that followed was deafening. It was a different kind of silence now, heavy, accusatory. My mom's smile faltered. "What do you mean?" "I just did." She tried to laugh it off, but it came out as a strangled cough. It wasn't a secret. I just kept looking at her. The policy was for both of us. Dad made that very clear. I know because I saw the paperwork right after he died. Then you told me it was all gone, tied up in legal fees and debt. You told me there was nothing left. The color drained from her face. My sister started to fidget, pushing mashed potatoes around her plate. My aunt, sitting next to her, put a hand on her arm, but my sister shook it off. "She's lying," my mom stammered, her voice rising an octave. "You must be mistaken. You were so emotional back then, you probably misread it." But the lie was too big, too clumsy. Everyone at that table knew my father. They knew he was meticulous. They knew he would never have left one child out. My uncle, my dad's brother, finally spoke up. "Is this true?" he asked my mom, his voice low and serious. "Did you hide the policy from her?" And that's when the dam broke. The carefully constructed image of our happy family crumbled into dust. The holiday dinner turned into a full-blown confrontation. Voices were raised. Accusations flew. Tears were shed. It was ugly. It was painful. It was 10 years of resentment, favoritism, and lies boiling over and spilling across the Thanksgiving tablecloth. In the middle of the chaos, I realized something. This wasn't just about the money. It was never just about the money. It was about the truth. It was about finally being seen, finally having my reality acknowledged. For a decade, I'd been gaslit into believing my grief had clouded my memory, that I was wrong. Hearing that one question hang in the air, and watching my mother unable to answer it honestly, was the validation I didn't know I desperately needed. It was the moment I stopped running from the toxic dynamics of my own family and finally stood my ground. The aftermath was messy. Relationships were fractured, some perhaps permanently. But for me, it was a long overdue reckoning. It was the beginning of healing from a wound I hadn't even allowed myself to fully admit was there. This whole experience taught me that sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is ask a simple, honest question and let the truth do the rest. I'm sharing this because I know I'm not alone. Many of you have likely faced family betrayal or watched someone twist facts and paperwork to maintain control. It's a painful, isolating experience. I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from today? And if you were in my shoes, at that Thanksgiving table, what would you have done? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for listening to my story, and don't forget to follow for more.